PUBG is a flawed but really good game, and here's why. Now, before I go on and continue to rub my feces all over the game I'm going to cover today, it's actually really good. PUBG Mobile is a really good game, so don't get the wrong idea, no matter how negative I am, it is still really good. It is way ahead of its time for mobile. It's so smooth. It's got the smoothest controls of, any game I've played. It looks fantastic. I've a lot of really great memories from that game, gaming memories from thousands of hours of playing it. It's a good game. But, for the following reasons, it needs improvement and even a replacement game, which I'll talk about later. Now, one of the most serious issues with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as a game is actually not really a flaw with itself, or with the game itself, but rather the players. Now, normally cheating is, cheating is a part of every single competitive first-person and third-person shooter you're going to see in every single game, right? It's not anything new, but it has been taken to a whole nother level in PUBG Mobile. I don't know what it is. I know they're easy to get. I know cheats are easy to get. I bet in 5 minutes, if you know what you're doing, you can download cheats. But it's bad. The FPP servers are completely unpopulated. Because every other game, or even every game, past, Diamond, it's just cheaters. You're just gonna get, lasered from across the map by some guy who can see everything. He has a third eye open and can, literally rip your soul out of you from halfway across the globe. It's terrifying. Now, Tencent has taken actions towards fixing this, but it really hasn't done anything, and that's really because, at the end of the day, no matter how much you change the game, you cannot change the players who play that game, so you're still going to find cheats. It's really sad, and I'm not really angry at the Tencent developers, I'm not really angry, at the developers. I'm just, it is frustrating with the game. It is objectively bad. It objectively makes the game worse, and there's really not much anyone can do about it, which is really sad, because it's a good game, but it might be just the #1 reason why the game itself is dying, why everyone's leaving, and why I think a new game is going to overtake that. Now, the second reason why I think the game is dying is really interesting, and honestly, I'm kind of also at fault for this. It's kind of my fault as well, but the game has gotten so competitive, so sweaty. I'm Gold 3 right now because I stopped playing the game for a couple months because I switched to Area F2 before that got shut down, which is coming back, by the way. Pretty epic, I know. But anyway, yeah, even at Gold 2, I'm going in lobbies with, Conquerors and, Ace players, and they're playing, their lives depend on it, and it's so sweaty. And, I've been playing mobile games for, the later half of my life, so I'm pretty, I can keep up. I'm not winning every game, far from it actually, but I'm keeping a solid KD. I'm keeping up. But for the new players, for the people who just want to relax, I at a Sunday afternoon and want to, or maybe they get home from a hard day of work and they just want to play some mobile games on their phone. They can't. They're just gonna get absolutely demolished by these sweaty tryhards, and it's really killing the player base because at this point, the only people who are left are the well, I shouldn't say conquerors, but the absolute diehard, gamers, bots, and cheaters. And that's it. And it really ruins the, it's not fun that way, I think, usually. Sometimes you get, in a fun firefight, but, man, you cannot relax. It's I have to spend the whole afternoon warming up, and then, I have to get in a good squad and practice and, play super hard, and I don't want to do that all the time, man. Sometimes I just want to sit back, put on my $20 Wish.com Bluetooth headset in the car and have me a good old-fashioned battle royale game, and you just can't do that. And I'm at fault for this too, because back in my heyday, I would do the same thing. I would try to push leaderboards. I'd wipe squads, but it wasn't as bad back then because you had a flow of new players. So it's even if you're gold, you're just gonna go up against gold players. When I left and then came back, it was just all tryhards. It was so sweaty, there were just puddles of sweat everywhere I went. It was disgusting. I hated it. It smelled gross. I don't like it. And as a result, the game isn't really getting any new players, so the player bases are dipping significantly. And as a result, I think that's another pretty huge and key reason why the player base is dying on PUBG Mobile. Now, this final reason might just be me. Like, personally, I might just be salty at the game. After playing it for so many years, you start to grow resentment. You know what? Take this last bit with a grain of salt. I might just be being a pussy. I don't know, but my experience with the game is that I don't like third-person combat at all. At all. It's so slow and campy, and everyone just hides in little crevices and waits for pushes. I get it's supposed to be tactical, but the way I think of tactical is to be, is to think hard, use your noggin, use your noodle, and come up with an advanced strategy to outplay the enemy. PUBG Mobile's version of strategy is to find a nice little choke point, lean around it with your TPP peek, and just wait for some unassuming squad to run in your crosshair and gun them down. And that's the tactics of the game. And don't get me wrong, I think is a lot of, it's a different way of thinking. I might just not be used to it, but there is tactics to it. I just don't like it personally, right? And I like FPP a lot better. And you might be thinking, well, why don't you just play FPP? I'll tell you why I don't play FPP, because I can't. You can't find a lobby. You wait 5 minutes to play bots and the occasional cheater, and that's it. And it's even worse than the third-person experience. And also, if you couple all that stuff with the fact that the game is like there's a lot of, luck involved with the game, which I already don't like, it just makes it that much harder to play. But anyway, yeah, that's just my 2 cents about it. I mean, if you have any other, ideas or reasons, or any other discussion, just, let me, my, Discord is down there, so, let me know. I'm interested about this. I want to see, what everyone thinks about this, if it's just me being salty, or if if there really is a problem with the game. I don't know. It's a good game, though. It's a good game. I'm going to keep playing it. In fact, I'm going to go play a game right now.